All right, this is Crystal the Foxy Colorist coming to you live from the Fox's Den, and we are about to color one of these hens, okay, with some ink tints. Yes, we are. I've been using them to color my pages. I've been able to knock out quite a few. Ain't nobody mad, but somebody else who's trying to win them pencils, I'm just playing. So what I have here, I'm just gonna jump right in. I do have the Distress Oxide inks. I do. But I also have like this ink, it's like alcohol ink that comes in a bottle like this. Now, for the particular, I colored a fox using them, and I used this spray distress ink to color that fox. I sprayed it on a palette and then took a little dauber and spread the color on it. But this time I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna use sunshine yellow. Yes, I'm gonna use the sunshine yellow. I'm gonna take a dauber, and we are gonna see what happens when we color this hen. I think it's a hen. So what I've done is I've been coloring for a minute now. I actually have this is one in, I think that's blue jean. There's four different colors. Now this is my daughter's little puzzle piece holder, but she ain't got to know that I'm using it for this. She don't have to know. Y'all better not tell her, okay? So I got a little pad of ink, and I just sprayed it with put some of the ink down, and let me close this because if this get in the carpet, oh God. Okay, let's not talk like that. All right. So now that I've done that, I am going to take this finger dauber. Okay, right here. All right. And I'm gonna dab a little bit of color on it right here. And then I'm just gonna move it across, since it's a lighter color, I'm gonna move it across the front of this hen's chest. Well, he look like he finna bring some smoke, huh? So this is the yellow, sunshine yellow that I have. But I also have like a terracotta. So I'm gonna put this lighter color on the front of the hen. Where is it at? And decided on what his head gonna be. All right. And now I am going to take the terracotta. Where is it? That it? Yes, terracotta. Lord, please let me make sure I'm using the right side. Everything's starting to look the same color. I'm gonna take this terracotta, and then I'm gonna put the ink here, like so, like so. And these ink pads that I'm showing you, they actually came in a little pack. They were right by the distress inks. So, Lord, be offense. Okay, look at that. Oh, but don't get upset. Don't get upset, Fox. Okay, there is a piece of paper behind it. Um, okay, here I am. Okay, if this is your first time by the Foxes, then welcome to my channel. Yeah, I'm always doing something I've never done before and hoping it come out perfect. Okay, but we have fun though, we really do. So thank you for stopping by my channel. Now this is I like this dauber a lot better than the finger one because earlier I guess I was going around in a circle and the little tip thing popped off. So yeah, but here we go. Let's make his feathers. I'm still trying to like decide, should I be going around in a circle? It's not. That's all right. It's not giving what I needed to give when it needs to be given. But we're gonna work on that. I'm not even gonna focus on them dots because of course you can go back in with a pencil now and fix that. So don't, because sometimes when you're coloring your page and something hasn't come out the way that you want it to, and you fixate on it so much that it's just a really small part of the page, but you end up messing up the whole page. I'm like, okay, move on to his other feathers. So I'm liking those colors. I am. Okay. Okay, so I think I'm certain. This right here requires a lot more ink than, ooh, okay, I think I got it right that time. This requires a lot more ink than the little small one. All right. But in the video, Okay, where you see the completed fox. This is what I did. I have like some like a distress ink. I just put it down on my color palette, and I just, went over the fox with it. And I've been wanting to do that page for a long time, but I'm like, man, how long is this gonna take me to, to do this? But that didn't take. I finished that in one day. First of all, shout out to me because I'm the queen of whips. There is none higher. Okay, everybody that colors should be like, look at here, don't color nothing else until you finish all the pages that you started. Okay, okay, so I'm liking that. All right, so that's me basing down like the front of my little bird, his back wings. Um, I'm not gonna worry about his legs yet. So now what I'll do is, and this is how those pages went so quickly for me, is that and on Wednesdays we do watercolor Wednesdays. But you know what I said? I said, you know what? I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I did watercolors on the other page, but for this page, I'm about to break out that Hemi. I'm about to break the Hemi out. Shout out to Bubbles. Shout out to Color and View. Yes, I'm about to break the Hemi out. What is Hemi? You may ask. It's Hemi gouache. So I want to put gouache on my grass, the grass area, because I know it's just going to go so quickly when I lay it down, and I can just go back in and detail it, more later. But it's just going to go so quickly. So right now I'm just taking the top off my gouache. One thing that I like about this is that I could use the top if I wanted to as a palette, but I'm not. But let me show you. Yes, such absolutely beautiful colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the light gouache first. So I'm going to take my little itty bitty palette. That's acrylic paint that just would not come off. I was using acrylic paint for some other project. And I am looking for my favorite brush. I love the rounded brushes. A little rounded tip. Here it is right here. Awesome. So let me take my baby palette. Where is it? Y'all, I done lost it that quickly, but that's okay. That's why I keep two. It takes two to make a thing go right. Okay. This is the other palette that I have. It's a lot larger. All right, but let me take some of this green. It's light green. Ooh, look at that. Can't nobody tell me I ain't no painter. Can't nobody tell me. No one can tell me that I'm not a painter. And there I found it. Okay. So what I do is I just cover the page, or the area where they're. Okay. Am I even painting in the camera? Excuse me, y'all. Let me start up a little bit. Now, I really don't like this green. I want it to be brighter so it'll pop. But I'm going to go ahead and lay this part down. And let me add a little bit more lighter green to it. I have this gouache spray because you need to keep your gouache moist at all times. But then I heard something about bacteria. I was like, wait a minute. So I got this Hemi bacteria spray, that I spray on my gouache just to keep it fresh. Now, see, that's what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna go over this whole thing with this light green, but then when I come back in with the final touches, wherever you see like the darker grass, I'm just gonna go through and, you know, flick up like a fine liner just to add a little bit more detailing to it. And then also with the hen that's looking like you don't want this smoke right here, him, Sir Hen. Let me make sure I don't knock anything over. Let me tell you something. You don't want to knock these inks over. I mean, just get a new rug, okay? Just get a new rug. You're gonna need a new rug. You're gonna need a new one. So, but yes, okay. So even though we have watercolor Wednesday, I'm gonna sneak in some gouache because I love coloring with it as well. I'm gonna sneak that in. So I'm just going to my palette here and putting down the first layer, making it Yeah, like really thinner. And just go, okay, that's a bush. And just going around our whole hen. And look how quickly this is happening. This is occurring right before my eyes within moments. This grass is going to be complete. It's going to be colorful. But you know what? Let me see. Okay, I'm going to let that dry over there. I'm going to show you how I did that contrasting on the blue fox. The blue fox. Yes. I love this paintbrush. It came as a set from Amazon, but I love the rounded ones that have like a little pointed tip. In the beginning, I used to always use the square ones. I'm not really sure why I did that, but now I really have fallen in love with the rounded tip. I have a lot of supplies on my desk. I'm trying to make sure that I'm painting within. Um, Shout out to Linda B. I got the new messy desk coloring. Linda, sorry, I now reign. If you're not subscribed to Linda B's channel, please trek on over there. Bubble Studio, coloring with Taylor, coloring with View, coloring with Tiny, my knee. Evelyn Colors. Who else? Annie Loves Crafts. Oh my gosh. MB Color with Me. Disney Jamie. Crafting with Pat and more. Yes. All of these individuals. Mary's Life 101. Is it 101? Mary's Life channel. Leave out the 101. Mary's Life channel 1. There we go. Yes. I have to pull out my I have to put them all in the description section. Yes. So let me give y'all the scoop on these pages that we've been coloring. Oh my goodness. So what is it? Della PPAMY. Is that Travel with Amy? Y'all, Travel with Amy and Coloring with Taylor May. I mean, they've been knocking down Kirby pages like okay, what's something you knocked out? Like bowling ball pins. There I go. Come on, Fox. Come with it. Come with it. Okay. They've been knocking out these Kirby pages. I was like, hold up. Hold up. And Evelyn Color, shout out to you. I saw she did she did a 2-page spread, and then I know she did another page. You know, I've been watching. I'm like, you need to stop watching and get in the game, girl. You've been doing mythographic. I missed my mythographic Monday messing with y'all. You see how I'm blaming other people? What be wrong with folks that do that? What be wrong with them, y'all? Anyhow, yes. So, you know, I had to have a little powwow with my art supplies. Okay, let me be quiet for a second. You see how I covered that whole area is just covered so quickly, so quickly, so quickly, so quickly. So I assessed my art supplies and I was like, okay, how can I knock out pages quickly without using colored pencils? Because my finger, my hand, Fred Sanford in the house, my arthritis. I don't have arthritis, but I'm just saying. And I was like, you know what? Bust out them ink tints, the sprays, and all your paints. Bust them out. Yes. Okay. So you see that. So I put the ink tints on. Of course, I'm going to go back in and do some detailing, but the base of the color is down. The base of the color is down. You see how the grass is down. The grass is down. So what I do is I go in and I want to use my I'll go in with a darker green for my gouache. Let me use a smaller brush so I can, flick the grass more. Sorry if I'm fading in and out. But let me go in with a smaller brush with this gouache so I can add detailing because I was watching Colored by Mayo one time and she was like, look, you can add detailing in with the paint. You don't have to do that. You don't have to get out your pencils unless you want to. Ooh, that was a good video. I'm like, you got that right. So I'm going to show you what I have been doing to add in detail. And now I will, bust out my, acrylic pens. Also, oh God, I used too much. But okay, so here's the darker green that I'm going to use. And I have in my hand like a smaller brush as well. So let's see. Let's see if we can make this work. You know how sometimes you be blowing it out, then you get on camera and bomb. Like, what the? Who, when? Ugh. Okay, so I'm in camera. I see a lot of Hang on now. So now, are these perfect flicks? No. But even once I put this down, like over top of this part that's darker, I can come back in and just hit the flicks. And when I say flicks, like the detailing, in just a few spots, maybe where it's a little bit longer, and it'll still give you that, that detailed look. It's like you gotta, place them strategically on the page, but you don't even have to hit all of them for it to have that nice cohesive look, like you went through and hit all of them. Ask me how I know. Okay, I've been practicing. Okay, so that has too much. That's not. It's too big. Too much. Too much. One thing I love about gouache, it'll move for you. It will move on the paper for you. I'm gonna tell you this: when you put down them ink tints, that's it. If you put them in the wrong place, they gonna stay in the wrong place. Uh, so I'll say that about that. They're so permanent. Hey, I like it. I like it. So that is just what I'm gonna continue to go through and hit these areas. Let me hit up here. Okay, you see right here, that's too much paint right there. That is too much paint right there. Let me go up. Okay. All right. So let me do some in the middle. But I love that. You know how I can just add the detailing, and even like for on some of the pages that I've already completed, like Mr. Elephant, I didn't use ink tints on him, but I sure used my watercolor. I sure did. I just went in with my gray watercolor and then just added like a little bit of blue to him and just did a little detailing on him. And I mean, and I like the way he looks. I like him. I like him. Now, do I want to learn how to polish up more? Yes, because there's more polishing up I could do. I have several different types of fine liners, and I really want to go in and use those to even get the details even more like finer and crisp and precise. But right now, I'm super happy with this. I am. Look at that. The grass is done. Let me try to be doing that with it would take me forever. My hand would be hurting. It would be. So this is what I did to color those the Kirby pages that you see. I did not use a lot of colored pencil at all. I just went in with, colored pencil and fine liner for detailing. But in order to, knock out so many, because I think Taylor had like she'd have completed like what, 100. Let me stop. Excuse me, excuse me. Look, I'm coloring. I'm coloring doing lunch, y'all. I'm coloring doing lunch. And I've been away. I'm like, wait a minute. I gotta at least bring a little bit of smoke. Come on now, Fox. I love to be in the game. Put me in, coach. Put me in. I don't want to sit on the bench. I'm fired up and ready to go. Yes. All right. So I just wanted to show you really quickly just kind of the base that I added down for all the pictures that you saw that I've completed so far. Um for Kirby, the contest that Bubbles doing that Bubbles is holding. Is it a contest? It's a giveaway. I had to think about it. So this is the basis for the giveaway. By the end of April, okay, because it ends the end of April. That's when she draws a name. So you find the Kirby page, all right, and it can't have any coloring on it, okay? And then you put a sticky on it, and on the sticky it needs to have hashtag Bubbles giveaways, all right? Then you can start coloring the page, all right? Then you can start coloring the page. The number of pages that you complete by August, not August, Crystal, April, the end of the month, the end of the current month. The current month that we are in is April 2025. All right. That's the number of entries that will be entered into the drawing to win. I think it's some pencils. You know, I'm that type of person. I'm like, well, what is it? It don't matter what it is. I just want to be in it and I want to win. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes I drink the Kool-Aid, y'all. It's tasty though. Okay. So, but yes, that's it. And this it's just super fun, and people are posting their the pictures that they are completing on their what do you call them? Their posts for their pages, and they're simply beautiful. And yeah, I'm just encouraged by it. But even Bubbles, I see she has a series on how to tackle pages. That may be challenging, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. I ain't scared of no ghosts. Like I got Kirby who? Kirby what? Yes. I used to be, but not no more. All right. Of course you guys will see the final picture. Of course you'll see it. Of course you'll see the final picture. Um and as an entry, or I'll post it on my I will post it on my, what is it called, y'all? When you do a post. I either do that or I'll do another video. Because who knows, I may have 5 more by the night. I'm just playing. But yeah, I may have 5 more completed by the night. So, I'll post them in another video. All right, guys. So we used ink tints today. What did we do? We had our little container. We used our, well, let me get it out. We used this. This is actually alcohol ink that I put on that pad, dipped the dauber in, and put color on our hen. We did. Now we're using our Hemi gouache. Yes, we are. Gouache rhymes with squash to color the grass, and see how quickly it went. It passed by so quickly. I love it. And I'm gonna have to go back in and do a watercolor sky. If you haven't seen um my completed pages so far, I love doing that kind of ombre sky. I was going from, I think I was going from, what is this, y'all? Right to left? Yeah. But I'm gonna go from top to bottom on this one. Ooh, I can't wait. All right. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know what products you use to to knock out pages like quickly, or to make it, I love it when it looks like you spent a lot of time on a picture, like a whole lot of time, but because of the products that you use to complete the picture, I mean, you were able to just to knock it out really quickly. Because I mean, I'm not one who colors fast with pencils, and then after a while my hands start hurting, so I just got to give it up. All right. This is Crystal the Foxy Colorist coming to you live from the Foxes. Then what I'm doing, I am coloring Kirby, and Bubbles is all your fault. Well, really, it's Taylor May's fault, and Travel with Amy, because they trying to color all them pages, and I can't be who else got a lot of pages they coloring but they ain't posting. Coloring view, where you at? All right, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. It's free. It's free 99. Thank you so much for stopping by. Like I always say, keep it foxy. Peace. Bye, guys. 10 more. 10 more. I'm playing. I'm just playing.